I got a 2012 Volkswagen Passat, and we're going to be doing the front brake pads and rotors. All right, here are the tools I use to replace the front brake pads and rotors on a 2012 Volkswagen Passat, going from left to right. A 21mm socket, a 17mm socket, a flat blade screwdriver, a T .30 star bit with a cordless ratchet, a 7mm Allen with a normal ratchet, a impact gun, and a breaker bar. Okay, I'm gonna take this wheel chop here and I'm gonna place it underneath this back wheel to keep the vehicle from rolling backwards once I go to jack it up off the ground. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side as well. Okay, we're gonna go under the hood here. We're gonna look for brake fluid reservoir down here. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm gonna go ahead and just loosen that brake fluid reservoir cap. So that once we go to press that brake caliper piston in, it doesn't build up pressure. Now that we have that loosened, we'll go back to the sides of the car and remove the caps. All right, I'm going to use this hook tool to remove the bolt covers. Gonna hook it in there. Just. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and jack the vehicle up here, and I'm going to use this area to place my jack stands. Okay, before I jack the vehicle up off the ground, I'm gonna take my 17mm socket with the pull breaker bar, and I'm gonna loosen these bolts. I'm going to take my 17mm socket, my impact gun. I'm going to go ahead and remove these bolts. I now have access to the rotor and the brake caliper. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this wheel to the left. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take a flat blade screwdriver and remove these caps. Take this 7mm Allen. I'm going to go ahead and break these bolts.
Gotta come out here and hold your hands. Huh?
All right, now we're going to break the bottom bolt as well. just to make this go by a little faster, I'm gonna use my cordless ratchet. But before I take this brake caliper completely off, let's go ahead and see if we can push that piston in some with the flat blade screwdriver. Okay, now we have that piston pressed in. We'll go ahead and finish taking the brake caliper completely off. Gonna place this. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and remove this brake pad here. So I'm gonna take my hands and kind of place them there and push down and remove that brake pad. One thing I like to do is take this brake caliper here, and I'll usually just kind of place it right there, and it shouldn't go anywhere, but if you want, you could take your bungee cord or something like that and kind of place it around this area and hook it over one of those loops, one of those springs, to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. All right, I'm gonna take this 21 millimeter along this breaker bar and break the two brake caliper bracket bolts loose. I'm going to use my impact gun with the 21 millimeter socket on the end to expedite the process. I'm going to use a T30 star bit to loosen the star bit screw that's holding the rotor onto the knuckle. And I usually like to start with a ratchet instead of a cordless tool because I don't want to strip this, because sometimes they can be a little seized up. Okay. Okay, I'm going to take my wire brush and scrub around this hub bearing a little bit to clean up some of that rust so that the new rotor seats a little more flush. Brake parts cleaner and spray around a little bit. I'm gonna hit it one more time. Okay, let's go ahead and put the new rotor back on. Be sure to line that hole up with this hole here so that you can put your starboard screw back in. Okay, now we can go ahead and get our bracket prepped and ready to be put back on. I'm gonna take this bracket here and I'm just gonna kind of scrub it a little bit where the brake pads sit. Parts cleaner on those pieces as well. I'm also gonna hit this rotor to clean off any residual grease that comes on the rotor. Alright, let's go ahead and slide this bracket back on. Let's get our screws started, our bolt started. Gonna take my 21mm with my impact gun and tighten these bad boys back down. Gonna use my breaker bar pull handle just to be sure it's got that oomph on it to make sure that these bolts stay where they are supposed to stay. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and take my brake pads and throw some grease right near those areas where they sit on that brake caliper bracket. Same thing on this side as well. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and take this brake pad. I'm gonna make sure I seat these prongs inside of there. So let's get those prongs seated properly. May have to push a prong. Okay. And we're gonna get to the other brake pad. Meanwhile, we're gonna sit this brake caliper on top of that rotor. Shouldn't go anywhere. Add some more grease here. That's a lot. The same thing on this side. Place it here. Okay, I'm gonna grab my brake rotor, bring it down here, and see if we can get it to go on. Okay. Okay. Make sure these are seated where they need to be. Go ahead. Take my ratchet and hand tighten these bolts. Snug them first to get them started, and then I'll go ahead and tighten them all the way back down. Place my caps back in. retainer spring, or whatever they call it. So let's start one hole here. Let's go ahead and start that hole, get it in there. Let's go and start this hole here. And we're just gonna take this spring. What I'm gonna take my hook tool, grab this bad boy, right? I'm gonna take my flathead blade and kind of tap that into place. We're gonna go ahead and take this impact gun with the 17mm socket and tighten those little nuts down. All right, we're gonna go back under this hood, tighten this brake fluid cap, brake fluid reservoir cap. Make sure it's on there evenly. Okay, it's good and tight. It's not moving. That's what we want. Then we're going to go back into the vehicle after lifting the vehicle back to the ground, and we're going to pump the brakes up while the car's on in park until the brakes feel firm again. And that's how we know we've completed this job. All right, let's go ahead and put our caps back on. And that's how you replace the front brake pads and rotors on a 2012 Volkswagen Passat.